Hey guys, this is the prone shoulder flexion hover. I'll show it to you, then I'll coach you through it. All right, so the prone shoulder flexion hover. It is about gaining more range of motion and control through shoulder flexion, which is bringing your hand up beyond your ear. So when you set up for this, you want to lie on your stomach. You want to make sure you're in long spine position. Your scapula will move. It is an important part of shoulder flexion. Try to hold it in elevation sometimes and try that out. Try to hold it in depression sometimes and try that out. See if you can recognize the differences. In terms of the rotational angle of your shoulder, external, internal. You can try it both ways. If you're a beginner, I recommend that you try to maintain external rotation through the shoulder before you try this with internal rotation. When I just showed it to you, I was maintaining external rotation, or at least attempting to maintain external rotation. I get set up with two objects. In this case, I'm using shoes, but you can use yoga blocks. You can use boots. The higher the object, the harder it will be to get over it. Challenge yourself, but make sure you're successful. If you don't have objects, you can use an imaginary object just fine. When you get set up, as I said, make sure you're in long spine. I'm going to elevate and externally rotate my scapula. I'm creating tension through the body. I'm going to try to just lift the shoulder into flexion, hover over the shoe, back down in between. Lift into flexion, hover over the shoe, back down onto the outside. And I can set this up with as many objects as I want, coming through all these positions. Just make sure that you're slow, controlled, and understanding and being aware of what you're feeling. Okay? We should not feel our low back lifting us up off the floor. We should not feel a strain in our neck. If this is difficult for you, you can try to elevate your body up on a mat or two so that your body is higher than your arm, and that will make it slightly easier. Make sure you do one side at a time as a beginner, but then you can graduate to doing both arms at once, which is a little bit harder. If you do one side at a time, make sure you do both sides for equality. That is the prone shoulder flexion hover.